Angola's name sounds powerful, resonating with strength and history. It's a name that echoes across the African continent and beyond, carrying with it the weight of centuries. But what lies beneath the surface of this evocative name? But do you know what it actually means, or where it came from? Beyond its modern usage, the name Angola holds a deeper significance, rooted in the rich tapestry of African history. Its origin is not as straightforward as one might think, and understanding it requires a journey back in time. Its roots stretch back centuries before colonialism, to a time when powerful African kingdoms flourished, shaping the landscape and destinies of their people. These kingdoms were centers of culture, trade, and political power, leaving an indelible mark on the region. It wasn't chosen by outsiders imposed upon the land by colonial powers. Instead, it emerged from within the very fabric of African society, reflecting the traditions and leadership structures that existed long before European contact. But grew from a title held by kings, a term of authority and respect that signified rulership and dominion. This title was not merely a label, it represented the power, responsibility, and lineage of the leader who bore it, who ruled a prosperous African kingdom long before Europeans arrived, a kingdom that thrived on trade, agriculture, and a complex social structure. This kingdom was a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the African people, a beacon of civilization in a world yet untouched by European influence. To understand Angola's name, we must travel back to the 16th century, a pivotal period in African history marked by both prosperity and the looming shadow of European expansion. This era witnessed the height of many African kingdoms and the first encounters with European traders and explorers. To the heart of the kingdom of Ndongo, a powerful and influential state located in what is now modern-day Angola. The kingdom of Ndongo played a crucial role in shaping the region's history and its interactions with the wider world. This was a sophisticated state, with a well-defined political structure, a thriving economy, and a rich cultural heritage. Its cities were centers of learning and commerce, attracting people from far and wide. With complex societies, trade routes that crisscrossed the land, connecting it to other kingdoms and regions, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices. These trade routes were the lifeblood of the kingdom, fueling its growth and prosperity. And a powerful leader, a king who held sway over his people and defended his kingdom against external threats. This leader was not just a ruler, but also a symbol of unity, strength, and resilience. The story of Angola's name is a journey through history, a voyage into the past that reveals the intricate connections between language, power, and identity. It's a story that sheds light on the rich and complex history of the African continent, revealing how a royal title became a nation's identity, a symbol of pride and heritage for the people of Angola. This transformation is a testament to the enduring power of history and the ability of a single word to encapsulate the spirit of a nation. Let's dive into the world of the Ndongo kingdom, exploring its culture, its politics, and its interactions with the wider world. By understanding the kingdom of Ndongo, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the origins and significance of Angola's name, and trace how a single word traveled across continents and through the corridors of power, carrying with it the weight of history and the promise of the future. This journey is a testament to the enduring power of language and its ability to shape our understanding of the world. From a Bantu king's court to the maps of Europe, becoming etched in the annals of history and shaping the destiny of a nation, this transformation is a remarkable story of cultural exchange, political maneuvering, and the enduring legacy of the Kingdom of Ndongo. At the heart of our story lies the profound title, Ngola. In the Kimbundu language, Ngola was the revered title bestowed upon the king, a term of immense respect. He was the supreme ruler, the ultimate authority. He was also the master blacksmith and the spiritual leader of his people. The title symbolized not only power but also technology and sacred leadership, deeply tied to the kingdom's identity and, crucially, its control over the vital resource of iron. When Portuguese explorers first arrived on those shores, they encountered a highly centralized state with a very clear leader, the Ngola. For the local population, Ngola unequivocally meant the ruler, and not the land itself. But the Portuguese, accustomed to naming lands after their rulers, fundamentally misunderstood this distinction. They began, erroneously, to associate Ngola with the entire territory, and not solely with the king. This seemingly simple misinterpretation, however, would ultimately have profound and lasting consequences. The transformation began in the late 15th and early 16th centuries as Portuguese explorers pushed down Africa's coast. After first contacting the Kingdom of Congo, they heard tales of the powerful Ndongo to the south, ruled by the Ngola. In 1520, the Angola sent an embassy to Portugal, seeking military and religious alliances. By 1560, Portuguese missions arrived in Ndongo, hoping for silver and slaves, while the Ngola sought weapons and prestige. These encounters were tense, with both sides maneuvering for advantage. European chroniclers needed a name for this kingdom. Hearing Ngola, they labeled the territory as such on their maps. A royal title was becoming a geographic label. The transition from the historical name Ngola to what we know today as Angola wasn't a sudden event. It was a gradual process, a slow evolution influenced by various factors over time. This shift reflects a significant period of cultural and linguistic exchange, as well as the growing influence of European powers in the region. This transformation was significantly shaped by the European tongues that sought to pronounce it and the pens of European scribes who documented it. Their interpretation and representation of the name played a crucial role in its eventual standardization. Specifically, Portuguese speakers encountering the name Ngola found it easier to pronounce with the addition of a simple vowel. This linguistic adaptation was a common practice during periods of cultural interaction and colonial expansion, and so they added an A to the beginning, turning Ngola into Angola, a subtle but significant alteration that would have lasting consequences. This seemingly small change reflects a larger pattern of linguistic adaptation and cultural assimilation. This new name, Angola, began to appear on maps produced by European cartographers, gradually replacing the original name and solidifying its place in the European understanding of the region. These maps, circulated widely, played a vital role in spreading the new name across Europe, influencing perceptions and shaping the geographical understanding of the continent. The name Angola became increasingly ingrained in the European imagination, becoming the standard designation for the region and reflecting the growing colonial mindset of the time. By the early 1600s, Angola had become the standard, almost universally accepted name for the region in European cartography and official documents. This standardization marked a significant shift in the region's identity. As the name Angola gained prominence, the original meaning of Ngola, a royal title signifying power and authority, was gradually lost and eventually forgotten in the European context. The original significance was replaced entirely by a European label, a designation for the land itself, effectively transforming a title of leadership into a marker of territory. This seemingly simple act of naming was, in reality, an early and subtle manifestation of colonial power, asserting control through the very language used to describe the region. It served as a way of simplifying and redefining a complex African state with its own rich history and intricate social structures, reducing it to a mere geographical entity. The pen of the cartographer, guided by European perspectives, helped to reshape not just the physical representation of the region on maps but also the perceptions and political realities associated with it, contributing to a new colonial narrative. Angola, once understood as the land governed by the Ngola, a powerful and influential ruler, was now increasingly perceived and defined as a European creation, a territory shaped by colonial influence and European cartographic representation. The European habit of misnaming places was common across the colonial world. Angola's story is a classic example. A royal title became a country's name through misunderstanding. Europeans often imposed simple labels on complex societies, prioritizing their own perspective. In Africa, this meant ethnic names or titles were applied to vast territories. For the Portuguese, calling the land Angola made it easier to justify colonial rule. The Mbundu people knew the difference between their king and their land, but their voices were ignored. The name Angola stuck because it was used by those with the power to redraw the map. History and names were written by the victors. By the late 1500s, Portugal shifted from trade to conquest. In 1575, Paulo Dias de Nove founded Luanda, marking the start of Portuguese colonial rule. The territory was officially named Angola, codifying the European misinterpretation. Over centuries, Angola's borders expanded through war and colonization. Queen Nzinga Mbande, a legendary ruler, fiercely resisted the Portuguese, even claiming the title Ngola herself. Yet the name Angola, once a symbol of indigenous power, became the banner of colonial domination. It was tied to the slave trade and foreign rule for nearly 400 years. When independence came in 1975, Angola kept the name, reclaiming it as its own. Today, Angola stands as a proud and independent nation on the world stage. After centuries of colonial rule and a hard-fought struggle for liberation, the country has emerged as a symbol of resilience and self-determination in southern Africa. The vibrant culture, the bustling cities, and the unwavering spirit of its people all contribute to Angola's unique identity. Its very name, Angola, reflects both a rich royal legacy, harking back to the ancient kingdoms that once thrived in the region. These kingdoms, with their complex social structures and powerful rulers, laid the foundation for the Angolan identity that would later emerge, and undeniably a colonial past marked by exploitation and oppression. The influence of Portuguese colonization is still visible in the architecture, language, and some aspects of the culture. Understanding this complex history is crucial to understanding modern Angola. The Angolan people, however, have bravely reclaimed Angola, taking ownership of their narrative. They are infusing it with new meaning, a meaning deeply rooted in resilience, the unwavering pursuit of independence, and a commitment to shaping their own destiny. The fight for freedom was long and arduous, but it forged an unbreakable bond among the Angolan people. Figures like Queen Nzinga, a 17th-century warrior queen who fiercely resisted Portuguese colonization, are celebrated as national heroes, embodying the spirit of resistance and the unwavering determination to defend Angolan sovereignty. And the story of the Ngola, the traditional title of the rulers of the kingdom of Ndongo, is carefully taught in schools, ensuring that future generations understand their heritage and the significance of their nation's name. By consciously keeping the name Angola, the nation maintains a direct and powerful link to its pre-colonial roots, acknowledging the history and traditions that existed long before European influence. It's a way of honoring the ancestors and preserving cultural identity. The title of a king, once representing absolute power, ultimately became the name of a republic, a democratic nation built on the principles of self-governance and the will of the people. This represents a profound transformation from colonial imposition, where power was dictated from afar, to a sense of national pride, where Angolans are empowered to shape their own future and celebrate their unique identity. Therefore, Angola's name is far more than just a label. It's a powerful testament to how national identity is intricately shaped by the forces of history, the struggles for liberation, and the conscious choices made by a people determined to define themselves. It's a name that has been bravely reclaimed by its people, imbued with new meaning, and proudly carried forward as a symbol of unity and resilience. So, with that in mind, which country's fascinating name and history should we delve into and explore next? The world is full of stories waiting to be told. Let us know your suggestions and thoughts in the comments section below. We're eager to hear from you and embark on another journey of discovery together.